So I want you to think about what you looked like when you were a baby. And now I want you to think about what you look like right now. You look a little different. You got taller, you grew a little more hair, and you learned a lot of stuff because you're in school now. So you're a little different than what you were when you were a baby. And we're going to talk about how things change in stories. So when you read a story, your brain is always working while you're listening to that story. And you see that the characters in the story start to change. So I'm going to read a story, and I want you at the end of the story to think about what the characters were like in the beginning and how they changed at the end. Okay? So I'm going to read the story, The Giving Tree. That's one of my favorite stories. You might have heard it before. I'm going to read this to you, and we're going to talk about, at the end, how some things changed throughout the story. Okay, so today we are reading The Giving Tree by Shel Silverstein. And he is the author and the illustrator. So he wrote the words and he drew the pictures. Okay, so you're going to see two characters in this story, and you're going to watch how they change throughout the story. All right, The Giving Tree. It's my title page. Oh, and I found a dedication page. This is the page where we see who the book is for. And it says, for Nikki. So this book was written for Nikki. Once there was a tree. This is our first character. And she loved a little boy. Oh, I see our second character coming in. And every day the boy would come. And he would gather her leaves. So we see our two characters in the beginning of the story. And make them into a crown and play king of the forest. He would climb up her trunk and swing from her branches. And eat apples. And they would play hide and seek. And when he was tired, he would sleep in her shade. They seem like pretty good friends. And the boy loved the tree. Very much. And the tree was happy. But time went by. Oh, I'm kind of looking at the boy now. He looks a little taller. And the boy grew older. And the tree was often alone. Then, one day, the boy came to the tree, and the tree said, "Come, boy, come and climb up my trunk and swing from my branches, and eat apples and play in my shade, and be happy." "I am too big to climb and play," said the boy. "I want to buy things and have fun. I want some money. Can you give me some money?" "I'm sorry," said the tree, "but I have no money. I have only leaves and apples. Take my apples, boy, and sell them in the city. Then you will have money, and you will be happy." And so the boy climbed up the tree and gathered her apples and carried them away. And the tree was happy. I think the tree was happy because his friend was happy. I think the tree might have been happy because her friend was happy. But the boy stayed away for a long time, and the tree was sad. And then one day the boy came back, and the tree shook with joy, and she said, "Come, boy, climb up my trunk and swing from my branches and be happy." "I am too busy to climb trees," said the boy. "I want a house to keep me warm," he said. "I want a wife and I want children, and so I need a house. Can you give me a house?" "I have no house," said the tree. "The forest is my house, but you may cut off my branches and build a house. Then you will be happy." And so the boy cut off her branches and carried them away to build his house. And the tree was happy. But the boy stayed away for a long time, and when he came back, the tree was so happy she could hardly speak. "Come, boy," she whispered, "come and play." "I am too old and sad to play," said the boy. "I want a boat that will take me far away from here. Can you give me a boat?" "Cut down my trunk and make a boat," said the tree. "Then you can sail away and be happy." Oh no, I think the tree is going to look a little different. And so the boy cut down her trunk and made a boat and sailed away. And the tree was happy, but not really. And after a long time, the boy came back again. "I am so sorry, boy," said the tree, "but I have nothing left to give you." "My apples are gone. My teeth are too weak for apples," said the boy. "My branches are gone," said the tree. "You cannot swing on them." "I am too old to swing on branches," said the boy. "My trunk is gone," said the tree. "You cannot climb." "I'm too tired to climb," said the boy. "I am sorry," sighed the tree. "I wish that I could give you something, but I have nothing left. I'm just an old stump. I'm sorry." "I don't need very much now," said the boy. "Just a quiet place to sit and rest. I am very tired." "Well," said the tree, straightening herself up as much as she could, "well, an old stump is good for sitting and resting. Come, boy, sit down. Sit down and rest." And the boy did. And the tree was happy. The end. Now, if I'm looking at the last picture, this picture's a little closer. I can see that throughout the story, a lot of things changed. So I can see that this little boy looks a little different, and so does the tree. So what I would like you to do is, I have a paper here, and at the top, I wrote the title of our story we just read, The Giving Tree. And what I'm going to do, I want you to watch me carefully, I'm going to take the paper, and I'm going to fold it in half, kind of like I'm making a card. Okay, I folded it in half. And then I'm going to take the top and the bottom, and I'm going to fold it in half again. Okay, now you might need mom and dad to help you fold this paper, so that's fine. So I folded it, and then when I open it back up, I'm going to see that I have 1, 2, 3, 4 boxes. And that's perfect. That's exactly what you need. Okay? So, in these 2 boxes, you're going to draw what the little boy looks like in the beginning and what the tree looks like in the beginning of the story. And then in these 2 boxes, you're going to draw what the little boy looks like at the end and what the tree looks like at the end of the story. okay? So you'll have the beginning boy and the end boy, and then the beginning tree and the end tree, okay? And then you'll be able to see how much changed throughout our story. So I know that drawing a tree may be a little bit easier than drawing the boy, but I want you to just try your best, okay? And you can add some color to your picture when you're all finished.